Now, the BIOS or UEFI, depending on which one you have, performs a very important task during the boot process known as POST. That's power on self-test. This is part of the built-in diagnostics of the system. It's really a check of the core hardware function. So it checks CPU, checks the BIOS, checks CMOS, checks memory, checks video, the main components, and problems are identified with beep codes initially. So if you have a problem with the CPU or memory or power of the board itself, then you're going to get beep codes because this is before the video system is activated. If you have a problem after the video system is activated, then you can see error codes on the screen. BIOS will, by default, identify itself with version of manufacturer, but that statement is not always true. A lot of new PCs have something called silent boot as well as quick post. And so this will happen very, very quickly. You probably won't see anything on the screen other than a Dell logo, HP logo, something like that. If you get into the BIOS and you turn off the silent boot and the quick post, then you can start to see those messages. It'll test main system memory, and then it will locate a boot device according to the boot sequence, also known as the boot order, and execute the master boot record program on that particular device. That particular device is usually your hard drive. Your hard drive has an operating system installed on it, so we start up the system. The firmware handles doing a quick check on all the hardware, making sure everything's good. Then it looks at the boot order. The boot order says go to the hard drive. And then the BIOS passes control over to the operating system startup systems that are stored on the hard drive in what's called the master boot record program on the boot sector, which is the first part of that hard drive. So POST is important because POST can help to identify issues at startup and help through beep codes to identify the hardware. Now, you don't have to memorize the beep codes. It used to make you do that. It was kind of silly because assuming I have another computer and the internet or a smartphone, I can look up beep codes. Beep codes are also not consistent across every manufacturer, so they can be different and you would want to look it up for your particular device.